Hello, hello, hello again, and welcome to another episode of My Best Friend the Weave.
Hello,
It is me, Kosi Diamonda, and of course, the beautiful.
Oh, it's Diola right here.
You should see her
Of course, he's making me blush.
blush, baby. Blush.
I love it. I love it.
Anyway, we are not alone this time around. I mean, we're never
No.
alone. We do have a bunch of other people in the room. But today we have a
very special guest. We got a tech bro in the building.
We have a tech bro in the building. And he's not just a tech bro. He's also a co-founder of a very renowned company.
What company is this, Kosi? Tell
It's
us.
Piggyvest.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is.
See, I'm joking. I knew this before.
Lord, I think we should have put drum rolls.
And our producer can add the drum effect.
Do it, producer.
Decide that he's giving us really, this is the work you're giving us. But yes, we have a wonderful guest in the building. His name is Nonso, and he actually
let's let him introduce himself. Hello, Nonso. Welcome to My Best Friend the Weave.
Hi guys. First of all, this is my first time on a podcast.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh my
the
God.
cocktail podcast cherry.
I
love
know.
it. I love
I was
it.
going to say something like that, but I don't think this is right.
This is the place.
Is this the
You guys
place?
watch anime, so I'm sure it's the place.
It's the place for everything and anything. All right.
It's
So
great
yes,
to have you on the show.
we have Nonso here on the show, and we're so glad to have him. But before we jump into the questions,
Yeah.
we want to do a little bit of an icebreaker.
Yes.
So
So let's get everybody relaxed.
yes,
And in
so
the
I
mood to
picked
answer
this question because I
questions.
thought it was a good question because Nonso is basically meeting me for the first time and
Mhm.
is just getting to know Kosi.
Yeah.
So, what was your first impression of me? And you can say of Kosi as well.
Yeah, actually, this is a good question.
I saw when I first saw Kosi, I didn't think she was like an anime person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then I think DC told me about your podcast.
Yeah.
So then I checked it out and then I saw both of you.
What did you think I was then? What kind of vibe was I giving out?
Like people that study a lot in school.
Well, you are not wrong. He got me on COO mode.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so you guys met in a work
Kind
Yeah,
of
in a
setting,
work
yeah.
sort of
That's
situation.
right. That's why
Yeah.
he thinks all you did is read school. Which you did.
I did. I was valedictorian, so I did study a lot.
Sorry.
Oh yes, please. I'm gonna drop it right
sorry,
there.
Mr. Fancy smarty pants. So what
you
was
were
your...
too. Let's be honest. You
I
were
didn't
top of your class.
I did not graduate valedictorian.
I'm not going to say what I thought, but still, you were top of your class. I know this for a fact. We are two smart girlies in this room.
Top of the class, but we thank God that we're here. Sha.
Yeah.
So, what was your first impression?
Should I
of
be
me?
worried? I wasn't top of my class.
Don't be worried.
Don't be worried.
Don't mind Kosi. I don't know why she came here with her
Excuse
top of
me,
the class.
there is nothing wrong with
valedictorian.
being the top of your class. It
Yeah,
shows
yeah,
that your
yeah.
hard work pays off. Don't be jelly,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
yeah. Why am I jealous? Why
I
am
don't know why you're attacking me about this.
I am not attacking you.
Embrace it and move on.
Sis, if I really wanted to attack you, I have a master's degree, right?
So exactly.
Mm-hmm. So people say that people with master's degrees are smarter.
I did tell you were a smart cookie. Well, I don't know why I don't want to own you, baby. Own that master's degree.
I do. Anyway, we're vying off. Nonso, please, what was your first impression of me?
Diola, yeah.
Well, it's just been less than 30 minutes.
Honestly.
That's enough to
But
form a solid impression.
Like a first impression, yeah.
It was more of you guys would work together because you're similar but different. So I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense that you guys are together. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good to know that we seem to have harmony.
Love it. All right.
Now into the questions.
Okay, so should I go first, Kosi?
Yeah, you should. Take it away.
So, My Best Friend the Weeb is a conversational podcast about anime, manga, and all things, Japanese related. And of course, the reason why you're here is because you watch anime. So let us know, what is your origin story? How did you get into watching anime? And what was the very first anime you ever watched?
I can't particularly remember the very first anime, but I know what got me into anime was not Pokemon, but Digimon.
Ooh, that's an
Yeah.
oldie. Like a really, really oldie.
Yeah, so the usual 5 kids or whatever number, and then they each had their own personal Digimon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Humans will say pets, and so it was just what got me into
Yeah.
anime in general.
I think, do you remember the year this was? Because I know there was a period
so
where
it
Digimon and
was
Pokemon was like the main thing.
From 2003.
3. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2002. around
That's
that
a while
time,
ago.
all the way, like it spanned across like
Yeah, you
different
kept
seasons.
watching.
So yeah,
Oh,
so I just
okay.
went from like season 1 to season 4. I think season 4 is where
Were
I
you
stopped.
consistent? Like, was it a
Yeah,
situation of like
yeah.
every night at this particular time you watched it?
Yeah.
So back then, this shit on DSV, funny
Mhm.
enough, and then it was on a channel called KTV. I don't think we have that
Mm.
now.
Yeah, I still remember.
I
KTV.
can't remember.
Yeah, so there was season 1, 2. Then after a while, before season 4 came out, I still remember like some of their names. That's how much I loved it. Even how to sing some of the songs, which I will not do. But yeah,
Don't
That
worry,
would be
we won't
fun,
ask.
though.
We won't ask you to sing. That's fine.
But that, yeah.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Oh, that
that's how
means you're
much
a
I loved
real
it.
weeb. If you can sing the songs from your favorite
I know,
anime, I
right?
think you're.
Oh,
Well,
you
in
have-
fairness, like I can sing songs of like even other cartoons, like
There
Cartoon
you
Network.
Oh wow,
go,
he
there
just
you
loves
go.
the music.
That's
Ah,
great.
That is cool. So next question. What's your favorite anime of all time and why? And I already know the answer to this question,
Yes,
but
it's the very typical
Shonen bro answer.
cliche
well, yeah,
answer.
maybe.
What is it? Is it
Naruto.
Really? I was wrong. I was actually wrong.
What
I
were you
thought it
thinking?
was something else.
What do you
are
think?
into?
I thought it was JJK.
No, so it's because of Naruto I like JJK.
Oh, I see. Actually, yes. I was even going to say that the person who wrote JJK has to be a Naruto fan.
Yeah.
Like I watched it again, I was like, Jesus Christ,
There's
there's
some
so
Naruto things
many
inside.
I
similarities.
think like Naruto.
There are
I
Naruto
think like
cameos inside.
Who?
Naruto cameos are inside
Oh.
JJK. So
Oh,
in
really?
the scene where they were on the train station. I
Yeah.
don't know
what
if you guys
is
have
this
seen it.
season? Is this a season? Is this in the manga so I can know where my
Ogoni
brain is
is
at?
in the season.
Okay,
I
season
don't
1 or
read
2?
manga. The season 2.
Okay.
Oh.
So in the train station part, I don't know if
I
you can
think
remember.
I saw this. I think
So-
someone pointed this out on Twitter.
So yeah, they were humans that were dressed. I
Yeah.
think it was like Halloween or something like
Yeah.
that. So if you
Yeah.
look in the background, you see
You
some
can see,
people
like, a
dressed
couple of
as Naruto
yes.
That is
characters.
cool.
I
that
remember
is
seeing that on
cool.
Twitter. People on Twitter were
Well, that
talking about that.
explains why JJK is so good. Naruto is your favorite. I totally understand it.
A bunch of people have said that, or not even a bunch of people, like a couple of YouTuber and content creators I follow that go into like the history and stuff, do say that the writer of JJK was definitely influenced by Naruto.
Definitely.
And like a bunch of these new shonens are like inspired by Naruto and Bleach because they were the ones that basically like they didn't write the formula, but they
they pretty
popularized the
much,
formula.
yeah.
And they made that formula very popular and very well known. And
Yeah.
it's a winning formula. So
Yeah,
I don't blame
it is.
Gege. I do blame him for other things, but I don't blame him. for
Naruto
other-
has such a great storyline, so
My son
not
has not watched
surprising.
this. I can't say.
You should.
have
You
not
should
watched
actually watch
Naruto.
the summary
I-
You
because
have
just
not
the
watched
summary.
Naruto.
No.
Yeah, she hasn't.
All right, guys. So I guess this is the end of.
Oh my god, a typical Naruto
Oh,
fan.
You are a typical Naruto fanboy. That is
No, so the
exactly how a
reason-
Naruto
okay, so-
fanboy will behave.
So the reason I like it is because I didn't. So I know I started watching anime early, but I didn't have watched like many.
Yeah.
And then my elder brother introduced me to Naruto. I think I was still in secondary school then.
Yeah.
So I was watching it like casually. Then entered university, and then it kind of grew on me.
Yeah.
And then I went to Covenant University, and the school was very stressful. So I was watching Naruto, and then he was going through a lot.
I'm
I
so sorry.
swear.
So it was just
I'm
like,
gonna
okay,
ask
this
you
is
a
like this is
question.
like a nice kid, right?
I'm so sorry to Covenant
Yeah.
people, but you guys are allowed to watch anime in Covenant.
Strangely, yes. But then some if they
Strangely,
see
yes.
you and they say, okay, what's this? And then
You can't explain,
yeah, yeah.
and some scenes are not.
Yeah. So they should not see you in those scenes.
Wow.
Lol.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds like bondage. Sorry guys, all you Covenant
If I
bros.
start speaking about because I went to Bells and Bells is like near Covenant, so like I
My sister
know.
went to Bells.
Oh, is it okay? So I know like Covenant G. So like
Wow.
they're basically not allowed to do anything. But let's not go into
That's
that.
sad.
So you are a fintech co-founder. Have
Mhm.
you ever drawn any inspiration from anime related to business practices? Oh, this to me is a reach, but it's a funny reach, like product features.
Maybe the colors.
So yes.
Tell
I'll
me.
give so
I love it.
I lead the design team, and then since we started, I've been the one like really focusing on the whole platform in terms of design.
Mhm.
So from app design to how the brand of the company work or looks. And then when we were starting out, we knew we were going to have different features on the app.
Mhm.
And then we had to also think of a way to like separate them. We knew our like the main brand color is blue, but I
Yeah.
had to find a way to separate the different features so that people just kind of have a feel to each feature. And now tying it to so yeah, each feature has a special color for it.
Mhm.
So tying it to anime, different characters have different colors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually different fractions, different guys
Yeah,
have
so
their own
there's-
color.
So the reason Naruto is orange and bubbly is to like
Yeah.
inspire a kind of way. Then Sasuke's kind
Dark.
of mood.
Yeah.
Hinata is the typical one. They just made her pink. But
She's a car. So sad.
I
But
have
yeah.
never heard any Naruto person speak well of that babe.
yeah, no.
It worries me.
It's only because she was mean to Naruto.
She's like Elena of Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
If you guys watch
Ooh.
Vampire
Oh
Diaries.
God, I've watched Vampire Diaries. I know exactly what you mean. Oh God, okay.
But yeah, so that was like the kind of approach. Also in other cartoons growing up.
Yeah.
So even in Digimon, they had like different colors.
Yeah.
The main character was usually his Digimon was usually red themed.
Yeah.
His best friend, like Naruto Sasuke, his best friend was usually bluish.
Yeah.
Then maybe another person, his own Digimon is green.
That is so.
I mean, technically, Power Rangers is an anime, and also in Power Rangers, but yeah.
So I love talking
Small,
about
small,
Power
just
Rangers.
small.
That's
Yeah,
small.
So
just
let me
small.
tell you why I
Small.
love talking about Power Rangers, because Power Rangers is actually a copy of a Japanese,
Anime.
not
Not
anime,
anime
but it's
like
A
that.
show.
It's a show. They're called, I think, Tonkatsu. I can't remember the name, but it begins with a letter T. And basically, Power Rangers basically copied that entire show. So they're called Super Sentai Warriors in Japan. And they're basically like a group of people. Each of them have a different color. So the West saw that. I was like, we can make
I'm
that
actually
a cartoon.
I'm glad they did that because I actually grew up on a lot of Power Rangers.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
after anime, the next thing was
Yes.
Power Rangers, thanks
Yeah.
to my
Yeah.
brothers,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a bad show.
I mean, if you watch Power Rangers, you definitely know, like, this kind of has like an
anime
feel.
vibes,
It has
yeah.
anime
The only
vibes, so
problem
yeah.
is not animated. It's
Yeah.
human beings.
I mean,
Yeah.
they are, and the animated show does exist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Power Rangers animated show
Even the
does
comics,
exist.
like the
Yeah, I know about the
manga-ish.
comics. But
Yeah, they exist.
interesting. Okay, next question. Have you ever used anime as a way to bond or connect with colleagues or peers in the tech industry?
Not that I can think of, because most people I know around me that watch anime are my siblings.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, if I see somebody that also watches JJK, for example, obviously that would be something that we'll talk about. But I don't think I have noticed, except for maybe you. That's Kosi.
Is it that anime bros in tech, you guys are not like portraying that energy enough? Or maybe they meet you and
I
they
think
it
this
has
will
to
just be a
work?
me thing because I don't really go out so much. I don't meet many tech people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you're
Well,
an
I'm sure-
introvert that sits at home and watch anime. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Sounds like a typical tech
Sounds
bro.
like me. If I didn't
you.
have to,
You?
sounds like if I didn't have to leave the house, all I do is sit at home and watch anime.
Okay. Really? All those waves are
Please
just
and walk.
gonna dance
and
for
walk.
themselves
Sit down at home and walk.
and work.
So it's not be like I only watch anime.
Don't worry, you're the boss. No one is going to fight you. No one is going to be like,
Right?
so I heard that you don't walk at all.
You just watch anime.
You just watch anime. Don't worry, no one will report you. So even though you've not really bonded with your colleagues over anime, is there an anime that you think that everybody in tech should watch?
Yes, and an anime that everybody in general should watch, and not just because I like it, but I just feel like it's a good point of entry for people that don't watch anime, and also something anime heads I know kind of look down on probably, but it's One Punch Man.
Oh my
I
god.
agree. I actually agree. I agree.
I fully
Totally agree.
agree.
I don't think I've ever said anything bad about One Punch Man.
Oh
Yeah.
no, there are some people that don't like One Punch
Yeah,
Man
there are
season
people-
2.
Oh.
Season 2, not season
There must
1.
be a
I think-
specific reason, and I think I was one of those crew.
I'm trying to remember what I remember.
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to remember what people were saying, but I think people were saying that season 2 wasn't
Slow?
just that.
I feel like it was like something should happen. Please happen.
Yeah, I think it was a much slower
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
It was a little more talking. It's a little more like human development.
Yeah.
And you know, shonen bros, once there's too much talking and there's not enough
You need
fighting,
to put the fight in there.
people start asking questions like, what's going
What's
on
going
here?
on?
Why are they not beating themselves to a pulp?
Yeah, and then the reason One Punch Man is One Punch Man because he's One Punch Man, but then season
2 kind
2
of took it.
didn't focus on that so much.
Yeah.
It went a different
so-
direction.
But then but generally that's why I like One Punch Man because I don't have to think while watching it.
It's very chill.
It's like a nice break from the
Yeah.
whole.
It's funny.
yeah,
It's funny. It's funny. There's some action.
and I don't have to worry about the character.
yeah.
Is he
And
going
he
to
will always
die?
win. He
Yeah,
will
Pretty
yeah.
much.
He will
I mean,
always win.
That
So
punch.
it's a nice escape.
If
yeah.
you like One Punch Man, I think you'll like Marshall.
Marshall.
I haven't
Same
seen
vibe.
Marshall.
You should
It's
see
the same
Marshall.
vibe. You'll watch Marshall.
Only
It's-
difference, he's a high school kid now.
So he's a high
Is it the one that he entered one kind of world and then everything he thought about somehow happens and then he
No.
beats everybody?
So Marshall is this high school kid or it's a set in a world where everybody has magic, but he's the only person without magic.
So he
was
trains.
raised like on the outskirts of town by his dad, and his father raised him to be a gym bro. Basically, he's a huge gym bro.
Yeah.
So things happen. I don't want to spoil it, but things happen, and he gets to go to magic school where he has to pretend that he has magic. But his magic is his muscles. Basically, how he was flying in the air was like moving his feet so
really
fast
quickly
that the air. It's so funny.
It's so crazy.
It's so funny and so crazy, but it's like a really funny show. So like, I think if you enjoy One Punch Man, you'll definitely.
By the way, there's a new season of One Punch Man coming out, I think, this year.
Yeah.
And the trailer made so much sense because they kind of like explained why he's One Punch Man. And that is cool. And I think there's going to be an opponent that also figures out how to become like one. So now you're going to have like real physical fights.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to season 3, definitely. Yeah. Season 3.
Yeah. Okay, so next question. How do you think anime can contribute to one's personal or professional growth and development?
This is a tough question.
Yes.
Okay, I know it. So I'll say perseverance, right? So one thing about every, at least major character in anime is they always, stand up after they've been knocked down.
Yeah.
Especially Naruto because he's the best.
I know.
And side note, I don't watch, what's the name of his son? Boruto, because how can you, after making Naruto suffer, you continue the show? And then he keeps suffering, from his son's actions.
I know.
So I don't watch it because just let the character be. He finally, smiled.
I think like
that's why I don't watch Boruto.
Never watched Naruto. Probably never gonna watch Boruto. But I think the reason why it continued was because there's so many. Like there's always something about nostalgia and always something about like not being able to let go of particular characters. So the reason why a lot of you always have all these sequels, you always have these prequels, is because you're so attached to this character,
you don't want to let
the
it
world
go.
of this character, that you just want more. I think like you're able to make. I think they should be able to make a good show, but like I don't know what's happening. I've never watched the show, so I can't.
So if you watch Naruto, you fall in love with him so much that you want him to rest and go and sleep.
Really?
Which is why he should not be in Boruto.
I did not have that feeling. I wanted more of Naruto.
So that's why they made Boruto. They made Boruto
to suffer all his life. You want more of the suffering.
That's the thing. I thought that in Boruto I was going to see Naruto at peace, having family life while doing other things.
Of course not.
But that's not what they gave us. That's not what they gave us. And I'm still trying to understand.
I'm not going to watch Boruto.
If Boruto was shorter, like if they just went straight to the point, yes.
I'm sorry, when you said short, I thought you meant like short.
Oh no, not in height. He's short enough. He's a kid. But like if those episodes were just not as long and they skipped all the fillers and just went straight into a good story, I would have enjoyed it.
I wouldn't.
But you wouldn't. No. You just want Naruto to rest. He's resting in Hinata's arms.
No, just
until they sealed
I don't
him
see him again. Yeah.
They just had to kill him or something.
Oh well. Okay, so we're gonna ask. Don't be shy. Do not be shy. Who are your anime crushes?
Definitely not Sakura.
No, obviously, one of everybody's should be Tsunade from Naruto. She's a Naruto character.
I mean, I totally understand. Diola, do you know who Tsunade is?
She's a Naruto character.
Isn't she? I think I know her.
Blonde
she
hair,
has big breasts.
Yes, blonde hair, big boobs.
Because I've seen people cosplay her, and every time I ask who are you, they're like Tsunade. I'm like, okay, so Tsunade has big breasts. That's all I know about Tsunade. That's all I know. Is that the only crush?
In Bleach, I can't remember her name, but she was a black-ish character in Bleach.
With the purple hair?
Yes. So that's because she was like different. Like she was different in the sense of we don't see many colors.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of black people in anime. So I think you're talking about Yoruchi. She has purple hair, she wears orange.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yoruchi.
I don't know this character.
You don't watch Bleach?
I haven't finished Bleach. I can't even boldly say that I have watched Bleach because
wait.
Alright guys, so this is where I'll leave you again.
No, I have watched Bleach. I just watched it in bits because the CDs were always cracked. So I'll watch the beginning cracked. I'll start from like 20 episodes after cracked.
I'm sorry, we both need to leave. Wait, you've not reached Yoruchi's. Yoruchi is pretty early on.
Yeah, so that means
I have probably
watched
reached it, but I can't remember because it's been a long time. I was in secondary school, for Christ's sake.
Sis,
I mean, at least I rewatched Naruto in uni, but
that...
Bleach, I just never went back to it.
You need to correct that.
I know.
You need to really correct that.
I'll think about it after all the hundreds of animes I have on my list to watch.
You know what? This is a challenge. I will watch a Naruto summary if you watch a Bleach summary.
Yes, let's do it. Anything to get you to finally watch that freaking summary. Okay, we're doing this, but this is not the assignment.
But that's not the assignment.
That's
That's
not
the
the
next
assignment.
assignment. All right, Kosi, you're next.
Which anime would you recommend to someone new to the genre?
I think you already answered that.
I want to add to that. Yeah.
Please add
So
to it.
aside One Punch Man, Death Note.
Oh yeah. Death
Because
Note.
I think
Another
just
one I
random
haven't
people
watched.
like that. Oh my god.
But I've said this before.
I don't know why I forgot.
But I've said this before.
It's because you know a lot about what happens in Death Note. So
Because
the fact
Death
that you
Note
haven't
is
watched
such
it.
like there's some shows. I feel like I've been watching anime for over 10, 15 years at this point. And if you are watching anime and you're in this, and I watch a lot of content creators, I'm in the industry, I'll say. I can say that I'm in the industry. If you don't know about Death Note, then you're really not in the industry.
But you haven't watched it.
But I know everything, not everything, but I know most of everything that happens in it. I know it's a guy that gets a book that writes the full name of people.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're
He has
saying
to
this. You
think-
don't know anything that happens.
Okay, I
in
know-
it. You know the basics. Like it gets deeper. That thing is mind bending. That's psychology. That's people playing chess with their brains.
Okay, I'll watch it.
It's pretty intense.
That one I know I have to actually watch. It's because it's not even long. Just like one season or two.
I think 20-something episodes. It's one season.
Yeah, I know that one I have to watch. It's not like Naruto I know I can live without. Death Note I know I have to watch.
She's watching
No,
Death
you
Note.
cannot live without Naruto.
I can't live without Naruto
shouldn't
because it's so
live-
many episodes.
You shouldn't live without Naruto.
I think I even want to watch Naruto all over again. But the
but also
Shippuden-
let me help the Death Note.
Shippuden.
If you are to, let's say like we are here now and then people are just randomly dying from no reason, how do you, as a detective, how do you solve that people are just dying? How do you figure out that some random kid is just in his house writing down names? So you can imagine how maybe impossible it seemed, but then
I'm
they
not
did that
disputing how good the mystery
I'm
is
just
or
maybe
anything like
trying
that.
to ginger you to try and watch it.
No, I mean, Kosi and I have had this conversation before. Like, I'm not trying to say, I'm not going to watch it because it's bad. Like, I know it's a good show. It's just that I've not, like, I don't know how in my anime journey, it just was never one of those shows recommended to me at first. Like, my anime journey started with, like, I had to choose either between Naruto or Bleach, and I chose Bleach. After Bleach, I watched Code Geass. After Code Geass, I don't even remember what I watched.
You haven't seen that, right?
I am not a good
We
representation
need
for
need
Code Geass.
Lelouch in Nigeria.
We do. We need a Lelouch in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Who's a Lelouch?
So,
The main character.
In Code Geass?
So Code Geass is basically this kind of political drama where a country invades another country, and the son of the country that was invaded has the power to make people do things. If I remember, I don't remember everything. This is
like
a while
mind
ago.
control.
Like, yeah, he has like a mind control thing, but he also has something in his eye. So he looks at you and you do something, and there's like it's political.
But
drama.
the main point about it is that it's about just one random guy that decided to topple a whole country.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so he was very
political.
smart.
It's very political. It's a very like smart like.
What's the okay? I would like it because for some reason smart people very sexy. But wait. What's the animation like? How is it drawn?
It's kind of old, but it's like human drawing.
It's like
so.
2000s anime. It looks kind of old school. They do
But it's
have
okay.
big eyes.
Yeah.
I do remember them having like very big eyes.
Okay.
But yeah. Is there a specific anime that has left a lasting impact on you or
Yes.
significantly impacted your life? Which one and why?
Okay, lasting impact. Akagami no Kill.
Akame ga Kill.
Okay.
Yeah. So why that one? By the end of my statement is a spoiler. So warning shot for everybody. The name has the whole story. Everybody dies, but Akagami, right?
Akame. Her name was Akame.
Yeah. So that's
the story.
Yeah.
Really? The Akame doesn't die.
Yeah.
Akame. No, I started. I never finished.
Yeah. So everybody dies,
Everybody
but her.
does.
That is why I didn't
Spoiler,
finish. By the way,
sorry.
someone
No,
told me
Spoiler.
everyone is going to. And like, why am I getting invested if you're going to kill after
I
that?
was so and when I started watching it, that nobody referred it to me. It was just one of those things where I think I collected like different anime from people, and I was randomly watching it, and then I was like, oh, this is actually nice. These characters. And so growing up liking Digimon, Power Rangers, and the rest, and different characters. So I liked them because they were unique characters. And I was like, okay, this guy is cool, this girl is cool. I was just happy.
It sounds very sad.
Watching it. And then
episode 7
they started dying one by one. And I'm like, what?
Yes, because it's like so. I watched Akame ga Kill thinking it was just a nice shonen. A bunch of people teaming up to topple over something. That is classic shonen anime. And then you watch, I remember the episode 7, where the babe died, where the first babe died. Did she die towards the end of the episode? And then episode 8 came and there was a funeral. I was like, no coming back. No,
Yeah, she's like dead and gone.
No, like dead. Like the first, it was a funeral. I was like, That was the first anime I ever watched. That was like, people die, and they're not coming back.
How come you did not? You didn't cry?
No, it wasn't. So I think the downside of Akame ga Kill was that they didn't really get you invested in the characters.
Okay.
The characters were not like, the character writing wasn't strong. So it wasn't a situation of like, oh, I'm crying because one of my favorite characters died. It was like,
they're just dropping.
She's gone.
Yeah, like everybody's
it's not a
going.
Game of Thrones.
No.
Okay.
They didn't make you invested in those characters at all. There's no like, as far as I remember, there was no emotional connection to those characters. It was just it was more of a shock that these people actually died. And it was also like the first shonen anime that I watched where people die. Because if you've watched shonen, you know everybody survives
somehow.
Everybody comes back to life. There's an injury.
But hold on. Why did this leave a lasting impact in your life?
Because, why?
Why? Like, why?
Yeah, that was just it. Like, why? So, yeah, that's...
How old were you when you watched this?
I can't remember, but I was like maybe 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay, I was trying to figure out our anime age because you were like, you watched this anime at the time. I was like, wait, what's it? Because you mentioned something, you watched something in 2000.
Yeah, that was Digimon. I was pretty small.
Yeah, I was like, that's quite recent. I was like, when? What?
Wait, 2003 is recent?
In my head, it is kind of recent. I don't know how to explain it.
Wow, that's
maybe in anime years.
In anime years, in 2000s is kind of recent.
I know Ranma half.
You watch Ranma half? Yeah. Oh my god, that is such an oldie. It's an 80s anime. That is actually one of the animes that started the harem genre. And it was written by a woman. Me something. She's basically if we ever do an episode on the history of the harem genre, it's basically a woman that started it. Really? She was the one that wrote Ranma Half, Yurusei Yatsura, and a couple of other shows that were basically like harem. Like you have a guy and there are a bunch of women, or like there are a bunch of people fighting over these people.
What a wild.
And Ranma Half is so funny. It's like, to me, you can put it on TV and just move about your day. There's no like real storyline. It's like gags, and it's so funny. It's like a bunch of people fell into a cursed river. Yeah. So because of that, whenever they fall inside water, they change into animals. So the main guy, whenever hot water or cold water is on him, he changes into a girl. There's his father changes into a bear. There's someone that changes into a goose. There's someone that changes into
sounds like their life is like really difficult.
Oh, it's funny. It's like it's a gag kind of show. It's very, very funny. Like, I'm quite surprised you've watched it. Like,
yeah, because it's by random. It was one of the random things on DSTV. And then
DSTV?
Yeah, and they were speaking French.
What?
So I was just watching it because
DSTV.
I was watching it because like cartoon, right? So yeah.
Whoa, that's wild. That's actually wild. If you could live in any anime world, which world would it be?
That is a tough question because most worlds are terrifying.
It's not very tough. Do you know why it's tough? It's tough for you people that only watch shonen.
It's not a fault.
If you only watch shonen, of course you'll have problems because you're battling with Attack on Titan world, JJK world, Naruto world. Me, I'll just go and live in the slice of life. I'll go live in fruit baskets. Not what happened to me.
Yeah, but that's the same thing with your regular life.
Sekono Kweza.
What's that?
That's an anime. What's the name, please? I want to like.
I can't remember. The name just came to me now.
It came to you, but you don't know the anime.
I know it. It's the same.
It's like slice of life. Nothing happens, right?
It's about one guy, and then the storyline of like how a guy, and then there'll be like 50
women.
Yeah. So this one, I think
what's the name of this anime?
I don't think I know.
You know what? If I was a guy and I wanted to live in an anime world, I would want to live in a harem. Because you could be the most basic nigga and 50 women love you. For no good reason.
You right.
I'm actually thinking, like, what anime?
No, that's not the anime I was thinking about. This one is way worse than what I was thinking about. So no,
somebody out there is like, guys, I don't think you know what you're talking about.
No.
What's this anime about, though?
It's the same thing. The one I'm thinking of in my head, but I can't remember the name. So maybe I'll choose another one.
Mm-hmm. But basically, you want to live in a harem world.
No, just where there's no fighting. So I'm trying to think of
anime. No fights in a harem.
Anime that, I mean, small fighting because I like to be strong. or just being One Punch Man.
Just being One Punch Man.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Because I won't fight. I'll just be mouse.
If
you come and stress me,
If I was to ever be in a harem, I don't know if you guys have watched this one. I really, really oh shit, it's about a guy that has 100 girlfriends. I really
100 different girlfriends from different races?
No, they're not different races, but I think they are different
You
races.
don't want they're like in the same house?
They're not in the same house. So this one is a guy that goes to school. So the plot, I can't remember the name.
Of the same
it's something
one.
Something like I really, really love all my girlfriends. The name is like I really, 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 really love all my girlfriends. And it's this guy, he's asked out so many girls since he was in kindergarten to high school. And all of them have said no. So he went to a shrine and said, I beg, I don't know what I've done. And the God of love now said, bet, I'll do you one better. You're going to have 100 girlfriends.
What?
And he can't deny any of them or else something bad will happen to him. I think either they will die or something will happen to them. So every girl...
That sounds exhausting, bro.
It's so funny and it's so good. So every girl he meets... And also when they fall in love, something happens. Like their eyes kind of shine.
Oh, he actually falls in love with all of them.
Yeah, he falls in love
Please,
with all
what's the
of
name?
them.
This sounds like a stressful anime that I have to watch.
It's not stressful. It's so funny. And it's so cute. And he loves all of them with
Do they
all
know each
their
other?
heart. They're fine with sharing him.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing.
So
The first two girls he meets, they're like, they look at each other. They're like, fine, I guess this is our man now. I guess.
What?
And both of them try to like one up. So like, I can't explain this show without it sounding so stupid.
What is the name?
They were trying. It's 100 girlfriend shop. But this guy was trying to figure out how to do a first kiss, and both of them were so jealous that they wanted to be the one to do the first kiss. So he had to come up with like a stupid game where he blindfolded both of them. He threw some dice in the air so that it was just so stupid. And the
100 girlfriends
that really like you. Yes. It is so funny.
It's that long. It has really like love you.
It's so funny. It is so good. Like if you like harem and you want a good harem, and some of the girls have big breasts. And one of the girls is the mother. One of his girlfriends is the mother to his girlfriend. Yes. So at the end,
crossing lines here.
At the end of the season, he goes so. I can't explain the show
without laughing
because it's so stupid. So this guy, they kidnapped one of the girls. Or no, the family of the girl kept him in the house because they were like, we can't have you dating this guy. And they all went. The girlfriend he has gathered and him went to the house to go and rescue her. So he enters the house and he sees the mother, and the mother and him.
Their eyes meet, and that's love.
And the mother is like, yeah, that's fine. We can share. I don't mind. Meanwhile, before the mother was like, you can never be with this guy. This guy is the worst guy. But now the man's like, yeah.
But that just means that all these women are bewitched.
They all love him. You can see the title says they really love him.
I wonder if this is derailing their lives in some way or if it's like beautiful.
No, according to the show, it's not. According to the show, and he actually helps them to be better. He encourages
typical
them.
harem.
He's a good boyfriend. No, I won't lie. This is a good-ass boyfriend. He's a good boyfriend. He's able to share all of them.
Maybe it was a dream of the writer.
What?
Maybe it was a dream of the writer.
It has to be.
It has to be the dream of the writer to have 100
That's not a dream that can come true. Wake up, nigga.
And you know what? The funny thing is that the manga is still ongoing. So the first season, I think, only covers 8. No, not 8, like maybe 6 babes. The manga has reached 20-something.
Wow.
So it gets to actual 100.
Yes, it's going to get to 100. According to the author, the guy is, I don't know if it's a guy or girl, because many of these manga authors, they are anonymous. This person is very serious about getting this guy 100.
Oh, so he doesn't have 100 in this first season.
Oh no, he builds up to
100. Wow, they're taking us in a journey.
They're
That's
taking
nice.
us on a hilarious journey, and I fucking love it. So yes, 100 girlfriends I really love. If you like harem, you'll definitely love that shit.
Till now I can't think of one anime world that I would like to go to. Like everything just sounds disastrous. I'll probably die here. But okay. Do you prefer subbed or dubbed anime?
I don't watch in English.
He's a subby.
I can't try it. I'm sorry.
Why?
I can't watch it in English. Why am I watching it in English?
You know what? I don't really care.
I care deeply.
You do?
Really?
Yes.
To me, it doesn't really make a difference of the show.
I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't make a difference. It does.
Because when Naruto is crying, you keep crying in English.
Well, it sounds weird. The thing is actually like some anime English voiceovers are annoying as fudge that I can't even watch it in that sound. But then there are some that are pretty good because the only reason I'm watching dubbed is because I want to be doing something else while enjoying that anime. So dubbed does have its uses. But if I really want to immerse myself
I mean,
in
I
anime,
did watch
I'd rather
Digimon
read
in
it.
English, so...
Yeah. I'd rather read it because when you read as you watch, you're kind of like... you're in the anime, you're lost in the anime for some reason. But if I'm watching in English, I'm definitely like my mind is somewhere else while I'm there as well. Just interesting.
I always say this, I don't care as long as the English is really good. As long as I can understand what's going on. I'm learning Japanese now, and I'm only learning Japanese so that I can walk away from my computer. Like I'd like to watch anime and do other things, which is why I don't really care whether sub or dub. I'll watch anyone. I've watched the dub of a couple of anime, and I'm like, oh, this isn't bad. I'm enjoying this. It's not like I do feel like there are some things that
So One Punch Man should be speaking English.
I don't care. I do. I mean,
that laugh, man. Like, I'm a kill this girl.
I said, I don't care. As long as I can understand what they're saying, as long as I'm getting the story. Again, I am learning Japanese so that I can walk. So for me, it's more like I want to be able to walk away from this.
Yeah.
And not lose essence. Like, every time I'm watching something, I have to do something. I always have to pause.
Yeah.
And then go.
That is the downside.
That is the downside of that.
Subs. But the dub, I would watch a dub just because I want to do other things.
I would love to be able to be in my kitchen and cook and watch anime at the same time. But because I watch mainly sub, I can't do that because I have to be running back and forth like, what
happened?
And even with the Japanese I'm learning, I've not learned enough that I can walk away. So I don't care. I really do not. I know I say this and I know you're looking at me with like...
No, it's fine. I mean, we all like what we like.
You know, in the world of anime, we have people that are like always champions of certain shows. Like you guys are champions of Naruto and I am a champion of the Berserk manga. I think everybody should read it. Is there any anime you think like people always champion and carry on their head, but to you it's just like, what the fuck? This is just overrated.
So, people might get angry, but I don't think the show is overrated. But I don't like it as much as the average people or person that likes it. And it's Attack on Titan.
See Diola's face. That's the
I knew, and I'm not surprised. I know.
Attack on Titan.
How do I start?
Again, I said it's a great show. I'm just saying it's not my thing.
Why?
Because
I need to know.
Yeah, I'll say it.
Yes. I'm actually going to cry.
Because what I like, or the kind of animes I like, are type like JJK, Bleach, Naruto.
So Attack on
Seven
Titan.
Deadly Sins, but then it became crap later on.
Yeah.
So
I swear to you, I was about to fight you because if you said Seven Deadly Sins and you went through with that, I would actually fight you because how dare you say Seven Deadly?
I think everybody dropped Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah, so I like shows that have like different characters that are not. So Attack on Titan, aside it being giant and all, it's kind of like real human beings, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because someone else would say this totally opposite thing, that it's not too real. Why are they huge human beings? Like
no. I mean, like aside, it's like it's set in a world where if it's real life, and just imagine as we are, they are giants.
Yeah.
But all these other shows, they're not like if it was set in real life. It was they are just like we have superpowers. Wait, hold on, let me finish. And then it's a reason. It ties into a small reason why I'm not a fan of Nigerian movies, in the sense that I leave Nigeria, so I'm going to watch Nigeria. And Nigeria is really stressful.
So you feel it's too real.
It's just stressful as a human. Yeah, I get it. So that's where it's from.
You know what? That's actually a fair point.
Not that it's a bad show or anything.
That's actually a fair point. Attack on Titan does really deal with some very heavy topics, some very serious topics of racism, classism, and all those kind of things. So like, it can be a very stressful show. It also deals with like topics of war, child soldiers.
It's also not one of those episodes that you can just jump in episode 3 and still have a good time.
Yeah.
You have to like follow the story from the beginning to the end.
The reason why you don't like it is the reason why I like it, because I feel like there are not many shows that really do delve into such serious topics. Like many people look at anime, and sometimes when you look at the surface level of anime, it's just like, oh, just a bunch of kids doing fun things. Yeah. Oh, there's a bunch of girls with big breasts, you know, that kind of thing. But Attack on Titan really sets itself apart of like, each season is a different genre of the same story. So the first season, you can definitely say is like a shonen anime.
Yeah.
Like if you just watch season 1, that's shonen. But by the time you reach season 4, you're like,
You're insane.
What am I watching?
Yeah,
like,
it gets very heavy and gets
yes.
very deep. And I think I really love the characters in Attack on Titans. They are unique, but we also see their struggle. And this is not light-hearted struggle. We see people who are terrorized. We see people that are looking death in the face and they have to deal with all of those emotions. So I think that's why I really, really like it. It makes me really experience each and every one of them in that crazy situation.
And to be honest, if you're not the kind of person that doesn't enjoy watching that kind of content, like I don't mind watching, like, you know how you don't like watching stressful things because like you don't like being stressed. I don't mind watching that kind of stuff because I don't know. I can't say I don't have a reason why, but I don't mind watching like really deep anime about war.
That's the funny
like that.
thing, because I don't like watching stressful things, and yet I watched Attack on Titan and it was just captivating. It was beautiful. Like everyone that died, the way they died, everything that was done, it was done so well. Even the rumbling. Have you watched it to the end?
I won't finish it.
Oh my god!
Oh, you have to.
Spoiler.
I think
it gets wilder.
I think I know that it gets wilder.
Okay, where did you stop at Attack on Titan?
So I'm still in season 3, right?
3?
Yeah, I think it's 4 seasons, right?
No, it's like
they have part 3 has like part 1 and 2, and 4 has like part 1 and 2.
Season 3 has 2 parts. Season 4 has 2 parts, and then the last 3 episodes or 2 episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm season 3 parts.
So you've not even really gotten to.
He hasn't gotten to the deep shit.
You've not really gotten to
because
that deep
so
shit
I know what is coming, right?
So you want to just stop it right now. Fair.
I need to be in a right frame of mind to get into it completely.
Okay, fair. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think it's overrated.
No, I don't think it's overrated.
Okay,
I'm saying,
good.
Yeah,
no,
he said he doesn't think it's overrated.
I know it's a good
He doesn't
show.
like it as much.
Yeah, I don't like that average person.
I was scared.
Yeah.
I was like, whew, okay. Nah, Attack on Titan is our favorite. Well, my favorite. Is it your favorite show, Kosi?
No.
Okay. It's my second favorite show. It's like
which one is your
favorite? Black Clover.
Oh, I know Black Clover, but I don't think I watched it.
Oh yeah, it's a really good show. I like it because of the character. The character just kind of. I think the reason Black Clover won my heart was because Asta, at first, I wrote him off. I didn't like him. I was like, this guy's noisy. But somehow the guy managed to steal my heart. Yeah. But anyway, next question: if you could switch lives with any anime character for a day, who would it be and why? I think you already answered this, by the way.
Well, he answered what world,
yeah.
but he said he'd rather be One Punch Man or a harem protagonist.
Let me think of if there's any character I can think of. I've forgotten his name, but as I like to call them, so in JJK, the main character, I say Naruto, then Kakashi in JJK.
Oh, you want to be Gojo?
Yes.
He wants to be good. That's not bad. Gojo is an awesome character. Oh my god, I just watched the last season of JJK, and I think my love for Gojo
has increased,
intensified.
Wait, have you watched everything?
Yeah, I
Spoiler alerts, just in case. Even though he's trapped in a box for most of the show.
Yeah,
I think they just had to do that.
He wasn't trapped for most of the show.
I think they had to do that.
No, the beginning of the season was when they did the hidden inventory arc, and hey, it was ours. But like, by the time he reached the train station, they don't put him inside box.
Seeing Gojo power drunk. And just that the way his eyes.
Gojo? Oh, wait, who are we talking about?
Yeah,
Gojo, Satoru.
Okay.
When he was floating, his eyes blue, his hair white. He was just so.
Yeah, I forgot your.
He was overwhelmed with the power, and I think it was just that wonder and excitement. Like you have that much power, and you still manage to maintain that awe and excitement, and still remain a good guy on top of it. Like you don't go on a power trope and start killing people.
Yeah.
You still have a heart.
I guess. Okay. I have no problem with it.
Yeah, he's.
I'm just in love with the other guy,
hot Sukuna. She loves the demon that is going to kill everybody. I mean, Sukuna is she's dangerous, and the reason why Sukuna scares me, like I am terrified of that creature because he is having fun and he's unpredictable.
Exactly.
Like you think he's not going to kill you, bruh. Think twice.
Yeah,
he's being feared.
I like that.
You'll be dead in his presence.
I don't care.
Gojo will have to save you.
I don't care. I want Sukuna to kill me.
You like bad boys, don't you? Like bad boys.
No. I mean, we've discussed our anime crushes, and all my crushes, I think Sukuna is the baddest.
Yeah, but
person.
he's
very
like the
only villain on my crush.
But he's very different from your regular crushes.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, you gotta throw in a wild card once in a while. Don't you have a wild card crush? Isn't there somebody random like? Yeah, you know, some people are like, why? And I definitely know I'm not the only person that loves Sukuna. And also, apart from that, I also love Nanami. Rest in peace, my husband.
He
They
had,
did you dirty. Rest in peace.
honestly, I didn't feel anything about Nanami's death because he was, at a point I was like, this guy wants to die.
I didn't feel that way. I did feel, I did feel like maybe he wasn't going to be like, my spirit told me that he wasn't going to be a big deal.
Nothing
from
fueled his
then
life.
on.
He had no passion. He had no drive.
He was just tired. He didn't
He
want
was
to be a
tired.
sorcerer anymore.
Exactly.
He just wanted to be a normal 9-to-5 guy, which upset
He
me.
tried.
Like, you guys dragged him all the way back to kill him. And he was fine.
Nobody dragged
was
him
good
back.
on his
He
own.
left because he couldn't deal with the shit going on in 9-to-5, and then decided, you know what, being a sorcerer, it's more fulfilling, it's better. But unfortunately, he didn't like it too. So what do you like now?
He
What
should
do
have
you
gone
want?
home.
He wanted to go to a village and live a peaceful life.
Exactly.
That's what he
to live
wanted.
in a-
That's boring.
No, that's not boring. That's okay.
That's why he died.
No.
If he had more will to live, he had something, maybe there was a love somewhere driving his passion.
Just dismantling
Maybe
your legacy.
Sorry,
Don't worry,
Nanami. He
you
was a
live
good
on in
guy.
my heart.
He was a good guy.
Nanami,
He
you
did
live
well
on in
for
my
our
heart and you live
star.
on in my dreams. Don't mind Kosi.
He's still dead. Sorry, Nanami. Rest in peace.
I still love
But you know the
Sakura.
most annoying thing about that entire JJK season 2?
What?
Is the way that stupid guy that killed Nanami died. That was unfulfilling.
Nobito?
Yes. He didn't have a good death. He should have
Do you know-
died.
Like suffer,
painful.
like
Do you know
Thank
the
like
death
torture.
that actually fucking annoyed me was Nobara's death.
Isn't she still alive? She actually died.
They say 1%, and Betty, who is a manga reader, already told me that they don't even speak about her anymore. Like,
oh my God. You know, I
They
had so much
don't-
hope.
that's why I'm upset. That's why it upsets me. Because one, it wasn't, in my opinion, they didn't lead up to the death well enough.
Yeah,
They just,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
one of those,
Like she's a normal character. Like
just
you
a
know,
random
just,
normal character. The only reason why we knew she was dying was because they put her backstory. And whenever you see anyone's backstory in anime, you know
They're going.
that person is going. And I was just so upset. I was like, oh, so you decide to cram her backstory after this amazing fight that she was having with Nobito.
They killed the wrong Sakura.
Amazing.
I swear.
Amazing fucking fight, amazing sequence. Then you now come and, just put...
Anyway, we'll have a
Gege,
JJK episode to really dive into
Gege,
this
I
because
need to find you and I need to roast you over a live fire. That's all I need to do. Alive. You need to burn alive, Gege.
just because he didn't kill the person that killed her properly, that guy deserved a well planned out death.
Yeah, Nobito deserved a
Is that his name?
Is it not Nobito? Or am I confusing with somebody?
Mahito.
I think
Mahito,
Nobito's from
yeah.
somewhere else. Mahito. He
Deserves
deserves to die.
He's been absorbed by.
Anyway, our final question for you, as I come off this Nobara JJK rant, is so have you watching anime given you a better understanding of like Japanese culture or anything Japanese related?
So I've not really paid attention to, their culture like while watching anime. What it mostly does for me is kind of give me an idea as to who or type of person the writer is. Yeah, so I know I may be wrong in like some of them, but I just kind of know that okay, this is what the writer is trying to do with this character, with this story, stuff like that. That's where I look at it from.
What do you love most about anime?
So first of all, I love cartoons a lot.
Okay.
Like aside even anime, just general cartoons, and I know we have this recency bias thing where we say we are not like the old people that say, oh, back in our day, the shows were
Back when I
greater.
was
Yeah, but for real, back like now they don't show like great stuff on. I mean, they can still be funny, but they're not great like on Cartoon Network and the rest. But anyway,
yeah, kids these days are not. I said kids. Kids these days are not enjoying.
they're not enjoying. We had so much
We have
variety.
so
yeah.
much stuff we could watch. Honestly,
Yeah. A reason I like anime a lot, or at least as much as I do, is because it's good. It's a TV show, but they just drew it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like
that makes sense.
it's good. It's not just because
I love that.
Yeah.
A drawn TV
TV show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're not watching something because it's the cartoon in quotes. It doesn't mean that it's not
Yeah.
something worth watching. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why I like it. And I think that on the flip side, the West should do the same. I mean, they're doing normal Marvel and
Yeah.
Yeah.
X-Men and the rest, but it's not
And there's
enough.
like stuff like
Yeah.
Invincible. There's stuff on like
Yeah,
there's some stuff
the
on Netflix
Avatar,
and
but it's
stuff.
not enough.
Yeah.
It has to be as much as anime,
Yeah.
and that would be the best thing ever. Yeah.
I mean, there's stuff like Castlevania and stuff that the
Yeah.
West has definitely
Yeah.
done. But I do agree, like, if the West only took, like, I wish Western animation studios didn't take such a
long time
juvenile and childish approach
Okay,
to animation, because sometimes you watch some animation and you'll know this is definitely for kids. But when you watch anime, you know this is for an adult. And every time when people say, "Oh, anime is for kids," I'm like,
I think the West has kind of made anything animation be children themed. So now they were out.
Not a lot. I mean, there is stuff like Invincible. There's stuff like
I've never heard Invincible.
Oh, Invincible is like a super.
You have not seen oh my
what's
God.
Invincible? Maybe I have.
It's an animated superhero. It's an animated superhero show. It's very adult, like very, very adult.
101% adult. Like,
is it like
blood and
like
killing.
a lot of blood and gore and
that's
stuff.
fine. We like that kind of stuff.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's like the best show right now.
You'll like it. You'll actually like it.
Okay.
So there's stuff. I just wish they were more.
Yeah.
I wish they were more, and I also wish like so the reason why I watch anime, and so it's so funny. Someone in the office the other day was asking, "Oh, Jill, have you watched this show?" And I'm like, "Look, I have not watched a live action thing in so very long." And it's because when I get into that zone, it's very hard for me to like leave that zone. So I watch anime. That's all I'm watching. But like the storylines of anime are not just adults, but they're like dynamic. They change, they evolve. But like Western storylines that I have watched, it might have changed since like the last things I've watched, are like kind of rigid. Are kind of like the story beats are the same. A, B, C. But in anime, A can turn to Y.
I swear.
Y can turn to G. G can turn to -4. Like so much can happen in anime, and it keeps you on your fucking toes, and that's why I really love it. It's just like it's just there.
Yeah. And they can do that because they're animating it. You can literally write anything wild and we'll just draw it for you. But getting a real person to act it out, there are a lot of things you have to cut out because you're not going to be able to reproduce exactly what you scripted. But
and I think that's what people find a lot of issues with, like live action, like, which is why I'm happy that the One Piece live action did well, because it means like, you know, we can have those goofy looking things exist. We just need to like put some hard work and money behind it. We should be able to see more anime live actions.
You should see Vox Machina.
I think I've heard of it.
It's on Prime. So it's not anime, but it's like anime. It's the West on TV show. So
Vox Machina,
yeah. VOX, then Machina.
I'll take a look at that.
So it's very nice. There's 2 seasons now. There'll be season 3. The characters, there's like character growth, and then they even show how they become stronger.
The Legend of Vox Machina. It looks fun.
It's very nice.
Definitely.
So you can see that as well.
This is gonna be my last question. If there's any anime you can recommend, now that we've had this conversation, and you know kind of like what we're like and stuff like that, is there any anime that you would want to recommend to both of us to watch?
Yes, the ones people have not watched that made me want to leave this place.
I've watched Naruto,
Bleach.
Naruto.
You have not seen Bleach.
So I have to watch Naruto. She has to watch Bleach.
And Death Note.
I have to watch Death Note. She hasn't watched. What was the thing that she hasn't watched? But like apart from those, is there any you'd recommend?
I mean, I would say Digimon, but we are all grown up now, so.
So
I can still throw on an episode of Digimon.
I don't know.
Not that bad.
I don't know how.
Need some background noise.
Should we recommend something for him to watch?
Yeah.
I've already recommended
100
Girlfriends That Really, 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 Really Love You. Do you have a recommendation for him?
That time I got reincarnated as a slime. You like light-hearted things too, and it's kind of shonen. Have you watched it?
No, but so I know I like lighthearted stuff, but
you don't like isekai.
No, it should. First, if they are fighting, I'll most likely watch it.
So fighting should be
fighting was
like JJK and the rest. So I watched God of High School.
I suggest. I hope you know there's no fighting at all.
But it was crap.
Thank you, because it was fast-paced. Yes.
I hope you know what I suggested. It has no fighting at all.
Yeah, I know.
They're just a bunch of girls fighting over one man.
But this one is kind of like world building. You just watch how the guy grows, learns his powers, builds a city in the process, fights a couple of bad guys. But the fight scenes are underwhelming because he just ends up engulfing people because he's a slime. But it's a really good show.
Okay.
It's a good show. Okay. Maybe just watch the first season and see what you think about it and let me know. It's not like the last. It's not like Demon Slayer where when he wants to fight, you'll be seeing the lights and the flashing. Yeah, but it's good.
Okay, so that brings us
to the end of this episode.
Of this Tech Bro interview. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We had the co-founder of Piggyvest right here.
Right here. He's right here.
Please don't. Anyway, I don't want people to be asking us where their money is because that's what people love to do. Please, dear, where's my money? My deposits, my withdrawal. I beg. So, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Having another weeb, a fellow weeb here that has a regular 9 to 5 is always so good because it makes us feel a little bit normal. It allows us to know that other people watch anime as well. But yes,
so being my first time in the podcast, I think I tried.
You did well.
It
is so good.
You did a great job. No corrections, no nothing. So thank you everyone for listening. Please follow us on all our social media platforms. We are on Instagram and we are on TikTok at My Best Friend The Weeb. We are on Twitter at The Weeb Pod. Send us questions, concerns, arguments, your recommendations. If you want to fight us, that's where you'll find us. And Nonso, any last words for our good people?
Yes. For both of you.
for the audience and then for us.
Okay, for you first. For your next, whoever you interview next, ask the person what anime name would the person like to have.
Interesting.
Anime name.
Yeah, like if you're an anime, what your name be?
Huh. Okay. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Next time. All right. Thank you everyone for listening.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you on the next episode.